Silly butt, we back. Let's get it. Man, see? I told y'all last time, let me know y'all here, man. Silly butt, let's get it, man. I didn't know y'all right here watching me brush my hair. Trying to get this lay down right here. It won't lay down for some odd reason. I don't know, man. Somebody drop some in the comments on what I should do, man. I'm about ready to go give me one of them 360 little wave kits. For real, though. But anyway, let's get through it, Silly.
Charles Barkley had a handwritten letter delivered to Bill Laimbeer before playing a game against him.
He wrote a letter.
And it said, "Dear Bill, you. Sincerely, Charles Barkley." And as one might expect,
by far the shortest letter
game.
And now Barkley gets
in history. These boys throwing punches, dog, and Barkley getting beat up.
And when Robert Parrish, who got into a fight with Laimbeer 3 years in a row, was questioned about Bill Laimbeer, he said, "I was always taught, if you can't say something nice about someone, then don't say anything at all."
Exactly.
So I'm saying nothing at all.
Exactly.
But nobody hated Bill Laimbeer more than
Why
Larry
did everybody
Bird.
hate Bill
I
Laimbeer?
never really ever liked Laimbeer.
What did he do?
No.
Yeah.
And it's because he was a dirty player. The 80s when I played, there was a lot of cheap shots. If you go back and watch the Pistons playing against Chicago, I mean, Michael and Scotty were getting pounded. And a lot of it happened after the whistle. Like you're going in.
Bill Laimbeer was the big baby Davis of the Celtics back when they had Ray Allen,
he'd hit
Paul Pierce.
But he'd hit you. You know you're going to get hit.
Yeah.
But he didn't
okay, he was a dirty ass player. He was coming in the game to fuck you up. That's the only time he came in the game. He got it into the star player.
Celtics are very unhappy about it.
Every team got one of those. But listen, right now, Pat Beverly was one of the motherfuckers that was definitely the biggest. Pat Beverly was fucking motherfuckers up a few seasons ago. I ain't gonna forget about that.
That's why Parrish
Did he really used to do that?
If you watch any of our old games, Parrish was always twisting his ankle against the Pistons. So one time I shot a jumper and Laimbeer did it to me, and I stepped on his foot, but I stepped on a high and twist my ankle. I don't know, a quarter or two later, he was shooting that jumper. I slid mine in there. That's the last time he ever did it.
Really?
And when Bill Laimbeer was called the NBA's dirtiest player by Michael Jordan,
oh, he got into a scuffle with MJ.
He responded in a way that really showed his true colors.
Michael Jordan may be a very good, outstanding basketball player, but as a individual, down-to-earth, heart person, he has. I mean, who is he? Who cares about him? All he does is play basketball. In the world, he's this big.
Yeah, I can see why nobody liked him.
Damn.
And during the 1986 season, when the All-Star team had just been announced, Bird asked a group of reporters if Laimbeer, who had been an All-Star the last 3 years with the Pistons, had made the team again. And when he heard Laimbeer was not selected, Larry Bird said, "Good. Now I won't have to worry about him getting on the bus and saying, 'Hi, Larry,' and me having to say, 'F you, Bill.'" But that year, they would still see each other in the playoffs.
I was always the one that came out first, and there's always a leprechaun out on the floor. I'd go out and spit right on the leprechaun, rub my foot in it, and then go down and make a big dunk. Away we went.
Bill Laimbeer
The tension was
is my dude.
obviously high, and in one game, Robert Parrish said, "I feel like Laimbeer took some cheap shots at me. I guarantee something will break out if they let it go next time." And though nothing happened the rest of that series, the very next year they met again in the Eastern Conference Finals, and in game
He knew
4,
better than punch that. He knew better than punch that envelope,
crazy.
boy. On that TV. He ain't no job, Morant. He need his paycheck. He wasn't stupid. He wanted him to throw the first punch.
Larry Bird and Bill Laimbeer have both been ejected from the game.
Oh God, we seen that. So that's the backstory behind why he threw the
Larry
ball
Bird
at
said,
Laimbeer, y'all.
Laimbeer was backing away from me and didn't want any part of me. I wish they would have cleared the court for about 15 minutes and just let us go at each other. And Bill Laimbeer, in classic Bill
Y'all think would have won
fashion,
that fight?
he said, "I didn't do a thing. I tried to grab hold of him to break his fall, and Larry came up swinging. I was victimized."
Oh,
and Larry
yeah.
Bird
He playing
responded,
it.
"Sure, he wasn't trying to hurt me. And I was trying to throw the ball at the referee. His face just got in the way."
when you play the same team 4, 5,
Hey, I'm
6,
weak,
7
man.
times right in a row within the space of about 2 weeks,
I ain't
it's gotta
even,
be
hey,
bad temper.
I had
Our
this
ball club,
already.
I always feel,
the twist
was
up, the way this
retaliators,
video
not
started, bro.
instigators.
Charles
I think the other
Barkley
team,
and
like
Lambeer
Detroit,
beefing.
they are the instigators.
Man, what?
And in
This
that
video
next game,
funny as
when
shit.
Bill Laimbeer tried to come out and shake Larry Bird's hand, Larry looked at Bill and said, "Go f yourself." I always have respect for my opponents, Larry said. But in my instance, I think Laimbeer was trying to hurt me. So in Game 5, the Celtics got their revenge.
I was at the game, and the crowd just had so much hatred for Laimbeer for that game. I've never been in any sort of a sporting event where the crowd hated a player that much.
Laimbeer made so much money off that hatred, y'all.
Oh, no question.
Hate pays. Remember that. Coming from your boy DtaeNoDinero with no money. Hate will get you paid. People will hate on you and you will become rich. Swear to God.
It was only a matter of time till somebody did this.
Laimbeer, he had it coming. That's
Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. I gotta rewind it again, man. We gotta see what happens. It's too good of a video for us to say we missed anything, man.
And I still am convinced to this day that the crowd convinced Parrish to punch him in the second quarter.
Oh, no question.
Very gingerly tried to shoot that shot. Nice play by Darren Day. It doesn't fall. The tip by Parrish. He can't get it to fall, and Parrish takes Laimbeer to the ground with a right forearm. Well, they had said it was only a matter of time till somebody.
Hey, the crowd about ready to go out there and jump on Laimbeer after he got beat up.
He had it coming.
Because you watch the replay and it was like barely he did anything.
It should have happened 2 plays before.
The cameras just got the part where Robert got mad, see? But nobody saw Laimbeer's elbow that hit him in the neck.
Yep,
right
I
by the
seen
Adam's
it.
apple.
I seen
and
it.
all he did was react because people are sick and tired of this guy with the baby face, putting his hands up all the time. Who, me? Meanwhile, he'll sucker punch you. He'll do everything in the game. So as I said once before, it couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Laimbeer, Big Baby Davis for sure.
Max, I thought I don't get sucker punches, to be honest. In the heat of the battle, we exchanged a few unpleasantries, then a few elbows that passed between us, and then I just lost throwing punches. So I couldn't believe I lost my composure like that. That was the first time ever.
Yeah,
I can tell. 80s basketball.
Because the way you ain't want to throw them punches, boy, you look like you knew better.
Punches result in no ejections and no technicals, but they didn't even call a foul.
They let him
just
fight.
Kept playing.
They let him fight, and
Larry
they
Bird
let him
called
keep playing.
a good deed. But sometimes, in the words of the great Frank Sinatra, the best revenge is massive success. Because later on that game, Larry Bird made the greatest play of his entire career.
We knew we had to win that game. Both teams knew that whoever won Game 5 was probably going to win the series. Casey had to play the starters almost the whole game.
Celtics versus
so our
Pistons.
guys were just
tough.
completely worn out.
They must have already knocked out the Bulls.
Screen from the corner. Big basket by Larry
East
Bird.
Coast was tough back in the 80s and 70s, boy.
Minute 13, and Bird has 36.
The Celtics had been to the finals in 84, 85, 86, and now it's 87. We're all beat up. The guys that are playing are hurt. So, it was just guts. It was just a guts and pride.
3:41 to go in the game. Detroit leading by 2. And that man is playing on nothing but heart. He went out with an ankle injury that would keep most people out of the game, came back in, and now he's twisted it again.
Thanks to
Now, the
Laimbeer.
Boston moment, that was a heartbreaking moment. What was heartbreaking about that moment is I had made the game-winning shot.
Everybody wants to beat the Pistons. Right now, Boston is first in line in that desire. They lead by 1, 27 seconds to go.
But I was on Isaiah Thomas, and he went one-on-one against me at the top of the floor.
Oh, that's
I
Bill
thought I played
Laimbeer.
pretty good defense, and Isaiah didn't get in the paint, and he took a jump shot, a contested jump shot.
What was that, Joe?
And, it went in.
Out on the top of the floor against Seaston.
16 seconds. Seaston right in his face. Thomas with a very big bucket.
We go to the timeout. We know Bird's going to get it either on the left side or the right side. And we got the play figured out. We sent him left. About 5 of us come over there to try to block the shot.
There's Bird with the ball against Mahorn.
He'll take it to the hoop. He can bet. He's going to try to draw a foul.
It's blocked. And Seasting hit it off of a Detroit player. No.
Ball goes out of bounds, and I'll never forget, everything just started, it went in slow motion. So I run over, we look at the bench, no timeout, nothing. So I run over and I grab the ball.
Detroit should have called a timeout, Brian, because they had a timeout left. They could advance the ball down to the other end of the floor. There's a shot somewhere. There's a photo that I saw that Chuck Daly is standing by their bench with his hands up, calling timeout. Isaiah, I remember to this day, he's standing there like this to the referee. Give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball.
So I grabbed the ball from the referee. Lambier's a good foul shooter. I never had taken the ball out. That wasn't my thing, right? I throw it up. Bird sneaks in. I didn't even see him.
Bird was moving right when he was inbounding the pass. And when you look at it from a couple different film angles, I mean, he threw it right to him on the move. And I had my back to where he was stealing the ball. So when I turned around, I was probably more shocked than anybody in the whole stadium that Bird had the ball in his hands.
And this is probably one of the most incredible plays that's ever happened against me and that probably I've ever witnessed. From an athletic standpoint, 2 people being in sync and just Bird just playing every second. And that's what the Celtics taught us, to play every second, not to play 47 and a half minutes, but to play a full 48.
And he had a smirk on it. He knew the game was over, and he almost had a smile on his face when they gave him the ball, and he did not see Bird at all.
But the thing I remember the most is that Joker. This is the out of bounds line. That Joker caught the ball, and in my mind, I'm like, okay, he going out of bounds. That dude did this, like a ballerina, right? And if you go back and you watch the play, that dude is on his toes. The baseline is right up under his toes. And in my mind, he must have stood there for about 5 seconds because everything was going in slow motion in my mind, right? And it's like, damn, how you doing that? And then DJ, out of nowhere, right?
Turnover.
They are so in tune. They are so in sync. He catches Bird hits him. He catches the basketball, lay it up.
Now there's a steal by Bird. Underneath the DJ, right there. Right at 1 second left. What a play by Bird.
That's so
I'm walking to the huddle, and as I come back out of the huddle, right, we try to take the ball out of bounds or whatever. Larry walks by and he goes, wow. Winks at me, right? I'm like, oh.
The Celtics won that series in 7 games. And when Bill Laimbeer tried to shake Larry Bird's hand again, Larry just ignored it and walked straight through it. Larry Bird said, I don't like Bill Laimbeer. Why should I shake his hand? Even Isaiah Thomas, who was Bill Laimbeer's teammate for 11 years on the Bad Boy Pistons, had this to say about him. To tell you the truth, if I didn't know Bill, I wouldn't like him either. And when the Celtics retired Larry Bird's jersey in 1993, that hatred was still there.
Thank you. This seems like a perfect night. I mean, except for the fact that Bill Laimbeer couldn't be here. What would you tell him if he was?
We would probably hang him up with my number.
You ain't never said that.
Because back in the day, the animosity was not for show. When they hated each other, they really hated each other. And it didn't stop when they retired. They were enemies for
What
life.
the hell?
I hate Larry
Bird
I
in a
respect the hell
chokehold
out
like
of
that.
man.
I respect Isaiah Thomas's talent, no matter how much I hate him. Yeah, I respect his game.
But Bill Laimbeer's hate was on another level because he didn't respect anybody, not even his own teammates.
Damn.
In his last Detroit Pistons practice before he retired, Laimbeer elbowed the star player Isaiah Thomas and broke his rib. And when Isaiah Thomas got angry, Laimbeer elbowed him again. Bill Laimbeer once said, "I don't fight, I agitate, then walk away." But this time, Isaiah Thomas didn't let him walk away, because in retaliation, Isaiah Thomas punched Bill Laimbeer in the head, breaking his own hand, resulting in Isaiah being sidelined for 8 weeks.
Damn.
Like I said, I can see why nobody liked him.
That boy took 2 L's,
at all on the court. I don't give anybody any respect.
I ain't trying to laugh at my boy
I think
Isaiah
that's a
Thomas like
major
that, man. But
problem
that
with
was
a lot of other players is I don't respect their game. If they happen to get in the way, well, that's not my fault. That's their
fault. And then you punched him and then broke your hand. God damn, boy, you better off kick me.
I made no apologies for my game throughout my career. Whatever the general public thinks about my style of play, I really could care less.
You left the bad blood on the court for the most part, but not with Laimbeer. You never really ever liked Laimbeer in any social situation.
No.
Yeah.
And it's because he was a dirty player.
Larry Bird's sitting next to you right now. Would you talk to him? Would you have a conversation with him? What would you say?
I'd probably go to a different table.
I'd probably go to a different table too. Hey, Laimbeer, you definitely was one dirty ass motherfucking basketball player. But you had to do what you had to do to get you some dubs. But why'd you keep going on after that? Nah, your ass just violent. Your ass violent as hell. Your ass a 7-foot giant and your ass like fucking up people. That's not cool, dog. Sit your big ass down somewhere. Hey, but hey, no, real talk though, this video was more about Bill Laimbeer than it was about Bird. Hey, it started off great though, and it ended off funny. But yeah, it's your boy DtaeNoDinero, man. Drop some in the comments how y'all feel about the video, man. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you feel me? I mean, Larry Bird was doing some great ass shit. I'm starting to look at Larry Bird like he might have been better than Michael Jordan, to be honest with you. Like, I'm cap, man. I'm cap. I'm out, man. I'm out. I'm starting to cap now. I'm out. See the butt.